In the early 20th century, Europe was a powder keg waiting to ignite. Five major powers, Britain, Austria, Hungary, Germany, France, and Russia, held a delicate balance of power. But tensions were rising, and soon the world would be plunged into conflict like never before. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Knight of History. Today, we begin our journey into the First World War. If you enjoy uncovering the past, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us tell these stories. Europe, for decades, had seen peace. Since Napoleon's defeat at Waterloo in 1815, the continent avoided large-scale wars, though smaller conflicts simmered beneath the surface. But by 1914, diplomacy was failing. Long-standing rivalries were on the brink of boiling over. The Italian Wars of Independence led to Italy becoming a country with King Vittorio Emanuele II leading the ideals of realpolitik. This inspired the unification of Germany in the 1860s, which brought about a new industrial and militarized power in Central Europe. Otto von Bismarck, Prussia's cunning leader, united the German-speaking states into a formidable nation. He worked to maintain peace, forging the Triple Alliance with Austria-Hungary, led by the Habsburg emperors, and Italy the Savoy kings, while building good relations with Russia and France. But after Bismarck retired in 1890, Germany's diplomacy faltered. To make matters worse, by 1888, the rise of Kaiser Wilhelm II, with his tactless remarks about war and ambitions for military dominance, only fueled Europe's growing suspicion. France had been defeated in a short but decisive conflict, the Franco-Prussian War of 1870–71. Ever since, the French had longed to restore their national honor and recover the two provinces that Germany had annexed, Alsace and Lorraine. France's key ally, Russia, had no particular quarrel with Germany. However, in the years before 1914, Russia was modernizing its military by increasing recruitment, improving its large army, and extending its railway network. Observing these reforms, German military planners calculated that Germany would not be able to win a war with Russia after 1916. Senior German officers advised their government that any war with Russia had better come sooner rather than later. The traditional foreign policy of Britain was to avoid close involvement in European affairs, focusing instead on the global British Empire. British politicians were nonetheless disturbed by the economic growth of Germany, which had come to control a huge share of international trade. In particular, Germany's attempts to enlarge and modernize its navy raised fears that Germany might soon challenge British supremacy at sea. Anti-German attitudes in Britain were one factor in the creation of the Triple Entente, a defensive military alliance formed in 1907 between Britain, Russia, and France. For Germany, the previous 100 years, France and Russia had been Britain's major imperial rivals, France both competing with Britain for global territory, unlike Germany, which had few colonies. However, security in Europe proved more important than contests for land in Africa or Asia. Germany's one dependable ally among the great powers was the Austro-Hungarian Empire. This was an empire of different national and linguistic groups ruled by the Austrian emperor in Vienna. In the south, the empire stretched into the Balkans, an unstable region of southeast Europe with a mixture of national and ethnic groups. Within the Balkans was the small, independent nation of Serbia. Many Serbs lived within the southern parts of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and the key foreign policy of independent Serbia was to eventually liberate them, expanding Serbian territory. The Serbs therefore took every opportunity to destabilize the empire to their north. Complicating the situation was Russia, an ally of Serbia. Pan-Slavism, the belief that ethnically Slavic people should support each other, was popular in Russia and was used to justify close Russian involvement in Serbian politics. The stage was set for a conflict that would reshape the world. In our next episode, we'll dive deeper into the sparks that ignited the Great War. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. Like, comment, and subscribe to keep learning. Together we uncover the past, one story at a time. The more you know,